Hi, my name is Dora Hill, and my lesson is on exploring the coordinate plane. Good morning, class. Today we're going to continue our lesson on graphing. Previously, we learned how to graph numbers on a number line. Now we're going to take that information and apply it to a coordinate grid. This paper right here is an example of a coordinate grid. Notice as we're looking at the coordinate grid, we notice several different parts. This coordinate grid is divided into 4 parts. These 4 parts are called quadrants. That's really easy to remember because the prefix quad means 4. You notice that the green line represents the x-axis. The y-axis intersects the x-axis. The red line is the y-axis, and it forms perpendicular lines, and where they cross is called our point of origin with point 0, 0. We're going to make, on this blue pegboard, we're going to make our own coordinate plane. We're going to take your green rubber bands. You take your pegboard and do the same with me. Take the green rubber band and create your x-axis just like this. We use green to create the x-axis to represent green as our starting point. Green for go, just like at a stoplight. Also, you can see that our coordinate grid is now divided into 2 parts, top and bottom, just like our Earth is divided into the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere with a dividing line called the equator. Now take your red rubber band and let's create the y-axis just like this, noticing that they intersect just like on our paper grid. Noticing that it divides our board into left and right, just like our Earth is divided by a special line in geography called the prime meridian, dividing east and west. You can clearly see the 4 quadrants on our coordinate graph. Now let's take our x-axis, and we want to take our green rubber band and push it all the way to the bottom. Take our y-axis, and we're going to bring it all the way over to the left, just like you see on this clear board with the yellow paper behind it. So now we only see quadrant 1. Put your hand on quadrant 1 to show me that you understand that. In quadrant 1, both your x value and your y values will always be positive. For that reason, your moves in quadrant 1 will always be right and up when both x and y are positive. For example, if we have a coordinate point 3, 2, the x value is 3 and the y value is 2. We know that because in point 3, 2, the 3 is first in green when reading left to right, just like the x comes before y in the alphabet. Order is very, very important in this skill. The first number will always be x, the second will always be y. Let's all locate the point of origin on your graph of quadrant 1. Everyone place your finger here at point 0, 0. Origin means our beginning place. That's where we'll begin. Very good. Now I will model how to locate several points as you model them on your pegboard. Ms. Hill's going to use stickers, but I want you to put pegs in your pegboard as we do this. The first point that we're going to use or to model is point 3, 0. Because our x is 3 and our y is 0, we're going to move the x along the x green axis first. 1, 2, 3, and stay on 0. We don't move up because our second number, our y value, is 0. The next point we're going to graph is 4, 0. We're going to move right 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and stay on 0 again. Notice in both of these points, our y value is 0. When that happens, our point will always fall on the x-axis. Our next point we're going to graph is 2, 4. We're going to go over 2 spaces, starting at 0, our point of origin, 1, 2, and go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Point 2, 4. Okay, let's do the opposite of that. What would it look like if we went 4 on x, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 2? You can see the difference there. 2, 4, and 4, 2. Order is very important. Our last point to graph together is point 3.7. So we're going to go over 3 on X, 1, 2, 3, starting at the origin and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Next, Ms. Hill has plotted some points on the graph, our graph paper. We're going to look at those, and then we're going to talk about the coordinate points. Our purple point right here, we're going to go over, starting on the green, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up to 1, 2. So our point is 4, 2. For the next one, we're going to go over 7 and up 4. So our point is 7, 4. And finally, for the blue sticker, we're going to go over 1, 2, 3, and up 6 spaces for point 3, 6. So sometimes we graph the point, and sometimes we have the coordinate pair here, and we go, we look at the point and then have to find the numbers that go with it, which is exactly what you're going to do now. Take your pegboards and place 5 pegs in your graph. Now swap with your partner, and everybody get the ordered pair for each of your partner's points. Talk about it, discuss it. Okay, class, it's time to clean up. Please place your boards and pegs back in the correct bins and line up for the next block.